Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Lunadia33. Today we're going to do a flip through on the 8 Coins Tarot. It's not a first impression video because I have had this deck for quite a while, a few months, almost a year actually. So I'm quite familiar with it. I've used it a few times as well in readings, but I know some of you guys were interested in a flip through and just my take on the deck itself, so that's why I'm doing the video for you guys. So this is the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot by Lana Zellner. This is the box. It's a matte box. Here's the back. 82 card deck that includes all of her original tarot art plus 4 new cards painted especially for this edition. It's like all loosey-goosey in there. I don't remember if it came in some sort of plastic that held the cards. If it did, I'd most likely threw it away. But this is the back. You can kind of see little roses hidden in there too. I edged mine in black. It's like in a slight holographic black. You can't really see the shimmer though. It's very faint. And then the book is fairly chunky. This is the book here. It is colored as well. I like that it has a full page of the actual artwork. And then here, if you see, it has indication of which section you're looking at when you're turning the page, which I thought was also pretty cool. I'm not sure what the drawing number means. I'm not sure if that's like the card that the artist was working on at the time, and you know, like this would be card number 34 that they were working on because it says drawing number 34. In the book, the artist talks about their take on the card as well as some information on why they chose what for that card specifically. So there's quite a bit of detail in the book here, which is pretty nice. And it's a thick book too. And then the other stuff that came in here was this. I think it's a tarot spread. A lot of the older decks have these guys right here. The newer ones don't come with them anymore, but it's called the Rose Spread. Oh, I can't fit all of it on my screen, but there you go. That's the gist of it. So this comes with the deck. Well, hopefully it comes with the deck now, but when I got mine, this came with it. I'm not sure if the ones that are still up now come with it. And here are the extra cards. So these are the blank ones. I really like this 3 of Cups. I kind of wish they had finished this one. If they did, I would have swapped out the 3 of Cups that's currently in the deck. This is a blank version of the 9 of Wands, which is also in the deck, colored. And then these are, I guess, swaps or swap outs that you can do. There is a star card in here, but I liked the one that I have currently in the deck as opposed to this one. And then for the 10 of Cups, I liked both of them, but I can't have 2 10 of Cups in there. It just wouldn't work properly. So I decided to take this 10 of Cups out and keep the one I currently have in there. And as far as cardstock, it's fairly sturdy. It's not flimsy like we're used to with the Llewellyn cardstocks. I'm sure most of you are familiar with those. It's generally all the same cardstock with them. But these are pretty sturdy. And I believe the deck is from US Games. Yeah, US Games. All right, well, we're just gonna get right to the flip through for you guys. So down here, again, it has the drawing number. I'm assuming that's the number, like the card that the artist did at the time. So this is probably the 33rd drawing that they did in the deck. Not in a particular order, which is understandable. I actually did not draw my deck in a particular order as well. Just going with the flow, you know what I mean? I'm not a fan of the white borders here, especially with having, you know, the random little text here. I kind of wish they weren't there, but I am not comfortable chopping off my borders. So all I did was etch my deck. Here's the full card. You know what? This snake reminds me of the sandworm in Beetlejuice. Doesn't it? Don't tell me it doesn't. It does. Probably the colors in it. But as the title of the deck is Tattoo Tarot, you know, well, that's part of the title. Most, if not all, of the artwork here does have the old style tattoo vibes in it. And I'm a fan of tattoos, as you guys didn't know. I have quite a few big ones on me, so. Now, the Empress here, this is the only one where I feel it wasn't complete for some reason. Because all of the other cards, for the most part, have a background, like they have something else going on. But with the Empress, I am not sure. I also don't know why that number is there. I guess that was their 27th drawing? No, I guess not. It says drawing number 6. So I don't know why that 27 is there. But this one doesn't feel complete, if you know what I mean. It's the Emperor. It's also a pretty good clone for an RWS deck. There's probably 2 cards that kind of threw me off. The Hierophant was one of them that threw me off, and I think the Moon card. Also, the Moon card in here is not my favorite. The Lovers, I love this Lovers card. The Chariot. Here you don't have the 2 figures that we're used to seeing in the Chariot on the bottom, kind of presumably moving the actual chariot, but you see the knight or the person that would be in the chariot. Strength, this one is cool. It's like they're wearing a headdress of the lion, but it also kind of looks like their hair, even though their hair is right there. The Hermit. I love this Hermit card. And look, there's an eyeball in the flame. It feels really warm, especially with the color tones on the figure's face. A Wheel of Fortune. And then a lot of the artwork too, it's pretty much straight to the point. Like I said, it's a pretty good RWS clone. Oh, I love this death card. So if you're a fan of old style tattoos and like the vibrancy, solid colors that come with it, then you'll most likely like this tarot deck. When I would use it for readings, it'd give pretty straightforward readings, not confusing at all. There was a reading that I used this deck for a friend when they asked me to connect to one of their past loved ones. And what was funny is that usually when I do those types of readings, or any reading in general, I kind of like feel out my tarot decks. And especially if it's for a past loved one, I sort of ask them like, which one is you, or which one do you want me to use? And so I was feeling it out, and I kept getting drawn to the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. But I also saw, sorry, this is kind of story time in this flip through, but I also saw that their loved one liked the idea of tattoos, but I didn't see them with any tattoos, if that makes any sense. And I brought that up to my friend after I had delivered the reading, and they were kind of blown away because that was like pretty much to the T what it was with their loved one. It's like they like, you know, tattoos and the artwork of tattoos, the ideas behind tattoos, their meanings or possible meanings, but they themselves never had a tattoo. And when she told me that, I was blown away too. I thought it was really cool. But it gave very direct, smooth readings. I like this because you see their shadows, sort of, and with the light coming in from this building here, kind of looks like they're not by the beach, but by like a lakeside. As far as price goes too, I don't remember this being that expensive. I'm pretty sure it's under, or at least when I had purchased it a few months ago, that it's under $20. I'll put a picture on the screen of what the price is right now on Amazon. I got the deck on Amazon. If you guys are interested in getting the deck, especially for beginners, I feel this would be a great deck for beginners. It's easy to read with, it's affordable, the cardstock quality is really good too, the box is really good, the book as well. Actually, this Four of Pentacles was really interesting to me because all the symbolism here, like you see, obviously the Four Pentacles around them, one within their eye, then they have a gold tooth, they have steps going into their mind, but it's kind of like they blew up, I guess, or their mind blew up, they're burnt out, sort of. But they also have a crown, so it's depicting sort of a burnt out king that's trying their best to take care of their kingdom, have everything, you know, together. But that could also represent like kind of like a financial burnout, if that makes any sense. So I thought that was really cool how the artist depicted that, or at least that's what I see. I'm not sure if that was what they were trying to do. And then the city, or what looks like a city back here, is pretty cool. Look at these guys. I don't know if these are, I don't think these are beavers. What is that animal called? The one that sees its shadow in spring or doesn't see its shadow? Groundhog? There you go. These kind of look like groundhogs, maybe. Or they could be beavers, you know, working together to build their dam. But in this case, they're just chilling there, you know. This is cool. Ballerina, balance, and these pretty waves back there. If you guys have any specific questions on this stack, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, I love this Page of Cups. That beautiful koi fish. So I feel like this deck is very straightforward. And it's one of the decks that I got when I went back into tarot, because I did tarot. Oh, here's the Ten of Cups. Here, let me get the other one to compare for you guys. Here's the comparison. So I stuck with this one. I think the reason why I stuck with this one is because it feels more finished and the colors are more solid. Whereas this one, it does look finished, but the colors look too like color pencil or Crayola, like crayons. If you look closely, you can kind of see how, or maybe it's based on the paper they used, I don't know. Maybe if they use like a smooth Bristol, they wouldn't have the texture on there. But you can see the texture of the paper, which I'm not really a fan of. So when I saw this one, I'm like, I'm just gonna use this one on my deck. But these are the two Ten of Cups. I chose to stick with this one. I didn't even show you the comparison to the other cards. Three of Cups. I love this Three of Cups. I think the Three of Cups in the deck is, oh, we didn't even get to it yet, duh. We're barely on the Nine of Cups. Okay, well, I'll compare it for you guys. I'll just put it on the side here. But I think the Three of Cups that is colored and finished and is in the deck, it's literally just 3 cups, so I was kind of bummed about that. But we'll get to it in a bit. What was I saying before I cut myself off? I totally forgot. I had a brain fart. Oh, I was talking about, this was one of the decks that I got when I went back into tarot, because I started tarot when I was 16, which was almost 20 years ago. I did it for quite a few years, and then I stopped, and then when I got back into it about almost 2 years ago, this was one of the decks that I purchased to kind of like get back in the groove, and I found it being pretty easy, which is why I think it's a pretty good deck for a beginner. Wait, did we? Here's the Three of Cups. So this is the colored Three of Cups. I like how the candles look here. Kind of looks like a face, doesn't it? With one eye. All right, so this is the comparison. But I feel like I'm really drawn to this one. Although I feel like if I were to try to color it, it would not look the way I want it to. I just wish they completed this version, had a colored version of it, so I could have put that in the deck. But instead I stuck with this one. Now we're on the swords. This king looks hella tired. Or it could just be the shadow like on their forehead. I don't know, he looks really tired to me. Doesn't he? Queen of Swords. Oh, and I know there's another tattoo-based tarot deck. I'm not sure what that one's called. I don't have that one. I'm sort of interested in getting it eventually. I don't know if I have it on my wish list. But the only reason why I'm holding off on that deck is because it looks pretty pippish, which I'm not a fan of pip decks. She forgot 2 swords back there. This is 5 of Swords. I like how they put the lines here to kind of track the other swords, because the other one's up there. And then connecting this person with that person to the eye, with the eye crying. And well, right there too, the eye's tears are forming a little waterfall that's going down there. See, here's another one with the stairs in the mind, and then like the smoke clouds right here. Which to me makes me think of sort of burnout, in this case with the 4 of Swords needing to rest or chill. 3 of Swords. What is this? That's like a stamp of some sort. I didn't notice that before. Oh, you know what? Is that their signature? That might be their signature. It looks like 27. To me, it looks like 27. But now that I'm looking at it, it's their freaking initials. LZ. My bad, y'all. Oh, I like this crown. It looks like nails. Let's see, this one. You see the texture going on here, like different mediums were used. This looks like markers. This looks like either color pencil or crayons. But you see what I mean? How some of the cards look like they were enhanced digitally? Or possibly just one single medium. Like in this one, it looks like possibly Copic markers or some sort of marker. Maybe an alcohol-based marker. But this looks more smooth to me, which can kind of pass as like a digitalized piece of art too. And then some of the other cards look a bit more rough because you could see the texture of the paper. This 8 of Wands is pretty interesting because we're used to seeing, for the most part, in 8 of Wands or tarot decks that have an 8 of Wands. All of them have an 8 of Wands. In most tarot decks, I'm used to seeing the 8 of Wands where it's like in a specific direction. Like they're either all going to the right or they're going all to the left. And here they're going everywhere, right? Like in this star shape here, it's going in all directions. So I thought that was pretty cool and interesting. I love these flowers. I'm not sure what kind of flowers these are, but they're so pretty and vibrant. Oh, this is cool. How they did the texture. That totally looks like a marker. But it looks really cool. Just the way that flower looks. And then last is the Ace of Wands. So you can see like the marker lines. And then here looks like a different medium was used. Same thing with their face. The thing is though, nowadays with even digital artwork, they have brushes that can give you that effect of looking like this, like you colored on texturized paper, or the smooth look of what marker is. Does that make sense? That was the flip through of the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. Like I said, it's a pretty good RWS clone, so I highly recommend for beginners or any level really. Usually if I recommend a deck for beginners, it's good for any level reader. So, or you know, a starter deck. Also, if you're a fan of old style tattoos, bold, vibrant colors, then this would most likely be a pretty good deck for you. And it's affordable. Like I said, I believe it was under $20 when I bought it. I am not 100% on the price now, but I will include it on the screen again if you guys are interested what the price is at the time of this video on Amazon. Yeah, that is it for this flip through. If you guys have any questions that I did not answer or missed for some reason, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, actually, hold on. We didn't do the shuffle test. So I can't bridge shuffle. I can riffle decently. Oh, no. Hold on there. Hold on. There you go. So yeah, pretty good riffle. Good overhand. Now I think these are just a little bit bigger than your normal tarot size. Who is this? 10 of Swords. Ouch. Let's check though. This is from the Cute Cat Tarot. Let's compare sizes. Oh yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger in height and width, but not too big where it's uncomfortable to shuffle with it. You know, like I know with Oracle decks, because of the size, it's a bit hard to shuffle with it, but this one, it's still fairly comfortable to hold in the hand like this. And the texture of the cardstock, it feels smooth. And it's semi-matte. It's not totally glossy, it's not totally matte, but I don't know how to explain when you touch the card. It kind of has like a smooth matte feel, but then it doesn't. You have to hold the cards and feel them to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think that's it. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!